We spun sweet dreams every evening. Mama sang along, smiling soft and true, dancing slow beneath your melodies. Whisper, I can't stop loving you. They made a home with your record spinning, your voice the thread that pulled them through. Those simple lines became their story. Dawn, they fell in love to you. I'm still loving you. The heart behind the tune. Ray sang it soulful, Patsy sang it sweet, Roy sang it pretty, but your words ran deep. I'm still loving you. Dawn, you wrote it true. I'll carry on the melody, still loving you. Sunday drives and long goodbyes, you filled our car with memories. I learned young every sea of heartbreak could lead us back to harmony. I didn't know back then your name, but every song you wrote I knew. Those childhood days shaped by your phrases. Dawn, I grew up hearing you. And then I found you in the credits, behind my favorite lines. That Gibson boy so quiet, who wrote the song of our lives. Now I pick up this old guitar, trying to write words clean and true. Every line holds something honest. I learned it straight from you. I'm still loving you. Every line rings gold and true. I'll keep your memory country green. Sing like the woman you taught me to be. I'm still loving you. Dawn, you wrote it true. Your songs live on, your spirit too. Forever, Dawn, still loving you. Ooh, still loving you. I'm still loving you. Dawn, you wrote it true. I'll carry on the melody, still loving you. Dawn, I'm still loving you. The sun sure shows the age of the green stain on the vase that's still sitting by the window on the table. And the stems are dry and brittle, with no water left to taste. I tried to throw them away, but I just wasn't able. Your dinner plate made so dusty, dead rose petals all around. The last one fell from its flower just today, and what's left of those pretty roses just hang their heads down, as if they're mourning the last time they saw you when you went away. I put your favorite in the oven when you left Dallas, and had those flowers on the table for when you got home. Then a phone call came when I was halfway through making salad, told me to sit down, and then they told me that you were gone. I hung up the phone and put my face in my hands, made the devil shake in hell with the tears I cried, only broken by the sound of that old kitchen fan. Opened the oven and threw away what was inside. And the flowers that you bought me a week before seemed to know, as I looked up and saw the first petal fall down. Now all my petals are on the table, but my heart won't let go until the day that I join you underground. Now all my petals are on the table, but my heart won't let go until the day that I join you underground. I was just a girl when I heard your song. You asked out loud when they're all gone, who's gonna fill their shoes? I sat cross-legged by the radio light, didn't know the weight behind that line, but now I do. Reva stood proud, heart in her hands, straight held fast to the old dance band. Randy brought the gospel home, Alan wrote steel like it was flesh and bone. Keith sang love like it hurt to feel. They rose up strong, they filled those heels. You asked the question, George, so still, but looking back, I think they will. I'm the one standing where they stood, with half their grace and none that good, still trying to make it real. I hum Lucille when the crowd gets loud, still whisper fancy when no one's around, wondering what they'd feel. They carved their names in a hardwood stage. Now the neon flickers with the songs they gave, and I'm here with nothing but this old guitar, singing soft to a honky-tonk star. You asked who'd rise, and rise we will, but now we've got their shoes to fill. George, I gotta say this true. You wore theirs better than even you knew. You sang life into the grand tour and left your soul on every barroom floor. You sang for Lefty, for Haggard and Hank, but you stood just as tall and you gave more thanks. You asked the question with a lonesome chill, but George, you filled their shoes and then some still. And now it's us who walk uphill. Yeah, now we've got your shoes to fill. So I sing this soft with love and will. George, now we've got your shoes to fill. Out, I'd have thought there'd be more tears that fell, even though the last few months had been a living hell. But I never cried a single drop. I just turned away and just wrote it off. And for a year or so I thought it's just as well. Then I saw you at the restaurant with who must be your new flame, and the past came rushing back and hit me like a long black train. I didn't want you to see me sitting there drinking all alone, so I paid the tab, got in my car and cried all the way back home. And I know how you must have felt that day, to see me leave no matter what you had to say. You begged me on your knees to stay. I left you crying anyway. You were happy tonight like I pretended to be when I left you alone in misery. Well, better late than never, I guess you'd say. I cried my first tear for you today. I woke up the next morning with mascara in my ears and hung over from the wine I drank when I finally got back here. I stayed up half the night looking at memories on my phone, went through a box of Kleenex and regretting what I've done. And I know how you must have felt that day, to see me leave no matter what you had to say. You begged me on your knees to stay. I left you crying anyway. You were happy last night like I pretended to be when I left you alone, thinking only of me. Well, karma sure is a bitch, I guess you'd say. I cried my first tear for you today. Yeah, better late than never, I guess you'd say. I cried my first tear for you today. something to see the leaves change in September, and they become the prettiest colors you've ever seen. But as I sit here lonely, I remember when we changed our colors, but we never went back to green. The cold crept in when you slept on that sofa, and that next cold morning I woke up all alone. That bitter wind shook a few more from the branches, and it didn't stop blowing until all the leaves were gone. The sun ain't shown its face since the last leaf hit the ground, and since that day it's been winter all year round. When I look outside my window, it's still snowing in the spring, 'cause we changed our colors, but we never went back to green. When Christmas came, we sat down at that table, and we pretended everything would be okay. But we both knew that we would be unable to change our colors back before next May. The gray clouds haven't left here since the last leaf blew away, and it's been winter ever since that day. When I look outside my window, it's still snowing in the spring, 'cause we changed our colors, but never went back to green. When I look outside my window, it's still the saddest thing I've seen. Oh, 'cause we changed our colors, but never went back to green. He still looks like the same old boy from high school, but when I look at those old pictures, I can really see his age. It's like looking at my own reflection in the mirror every day. The woman looking back at me has always looked the same. He cut that mullet off in '97, the year we graduated and all went our separate ways, except for him and me when we got married that June. Lord, since then it's been so many days. The years ain't all been easy, but they sure do make their mark. Seen him every day since we said, "Till death do we part." He never ages in my eyes, never has and never will. When you see someone every day, time just seems to stand still. No, we may not hold on to our youth, to the rest of the world, but he'll always be that young man, and to him and saw our pictures from back then when we were 17. Then I looked at him asleep in that recliner, and I closed the book and woke him from his dreams. He never ages in my eyes, never has and never will. When you see someone every daytime just seems to stand still. No, we may not hold on to our youth, to the rest of the world, but he'll always be that young man, and to him I'll be that girl. What time can only show you, now I see. He's still that same old boy from school,